Welcome back to Chokitibu Media. It is so pathetic listening to Madam Senator Ita-Giwa. She came to Arise Television today to bear our mind over the problem that is going on between the Senate President, Senator Akpabio, and Senator Natasha Akpoti. You know, this case has been going on for more than a week now, and Arise Television has done something. They've been trying to bring out all the women, all those ones that has name, the ones that you will think they will rise up and protect the interest of women in the community all around. But it seems as all of them are just departing from that one. Here, Mrs. Ita-Giwa, here are speaking pathetically, going against Natasha and, delving more into protecting our position, our former position of being a senator before. Now she's here to defend the whole Senate and defending the men in the Senate, all these individuals that you think, you give respect to in the community. When they wear their agbada, when their gowns are following them, when they put on their cap or some of them putting on their suit, you will look at them as responsible men all around. But dig deeper, dig deep, please, and try to see if these people are really what you think they are. And that is why people like me are coming up to open the eyes of our people. When you see them, you don't give them respect until when they show respect themselves. But with all this heart, you rub my back. You rub my back, I rub your hand that they are doing over there now. So if anybody has passed through the House of Senate or House of Representatives, so it has the right, or she has the right wherever she goes to keep on defending whatever it is that is going on in that houses, either good or bad. I want you to go back to some of my broadcasts on this channel and listen to my view of these people. Now, this is a woman, a 4-time senator, like she said, Mrs. Ita-Giwa, now, just like Ireti Kingibe, rising up, going against Natasha Akpoti. I want you to listen to her yourself, and I would like to bring to you some comments people are passing, the judgment people are passing over her. It is for her view. That is what I want you to know. But what is the general standard? What do you think is the general standard? Do you think if a woman is being molested, if woman is being embarrassed, do you think it is right or it is not right for the woman to stand up for herself? And stand up and defend herself and talk it the way it is? So, Natasha coming up now, granting interview and saying our own truth to the people to hear, to listen to. Now this madam here is saying she is drunk. Natasha doesn't behave like a person. She doesn't have to behave like a man, but she has to behave like, not even like a woman, she has to behave like a person. In fact, I don't really understand why Madam Ita-Giwa, is taking this position that is taking. She never even give her, the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, this is a woman and this can happen to any woman. Natasha Akpoti is attractive. Maybe Madam Ita-Giwa is not as attractive as Natasha. That is why nobody passes to her. She even said it that she always blocks men before they come to her. But I doubt that too. But let me give you some comment from the social media. Just because something has never happened to you doesn't mean that it cannot happen to somebody else. It is somebody else's reality. Senator Natasha is a very attractive woman by any standard. No matter how unapproachable she makes herself, men will probably always make passes at her. And that is on them, not her. The real issue here is educating Nigerian men on the thin line between making a pass at a woman and sexual harassment. That is what Dunyo, that is what he wrote. Then coming to Lonnie Glitch, he wrote, he said, a sign of weakness for a woman to speak up against sexual harassment. This is a joke. Then another person also wrote, he said, Arise TV is a supreme court for common man. Only here the truth is talked without fear or favor. Love you guys. I'm watching from diaspora. Thank you, Arise, for bringing them one by one to us who they actually are. Senator Natasha, if anybody is not supporting you, God is solidly behind you. And so, everything behind all this shall be exposed. Ita-Giwa never faced what Natasha passed through, so won't understand. She doesn't have this stunning beauty of Natasha. So this is what this guy gave to Mrs. Ita-Giwa. She's saying, as a senator, that you are a woman doesn't mean you bring yourself low for a man to the extent a man is holding your hand and showing his rooms. You carry yourself with a dignity that they can never say, hello, babe. I have such females. They keep boundaries. This is what this person wrote. Then another person also wrote, he said, Prof. Ayo and Rufai, I'm so proud of you all today. I'm so proud of you all today. The way you dealt with this interview with Madam Ita-Giwa, she needs to be challenged. I am ashamed of her. That is what you write. Nothing surprising about this woman comments about Senator Natasha. She has never been known to be a person of good standing or integrity. That's what you wrote. I am still in shock from the statement of Senator Ita-Giwa. In fact, you know, majority of the comments I have right here, they are totally against Madam Ita-Giwa. I hope Madam Ita-Giwa also will go back and watch, rewatch and read comments or listen to people like us when we talk, so that at least they can know their stand in the community, and whatever they say, how people take them, how they will even take them in the future, because they are making a record. They are writing a history that everybody will have to read later on in life. Just when you think you have reached the bottom and there's nowhere else to go, our leaders, past and present, open up new bottom. It is like that. These people are so terrible. They are so pathetic. Can you imagine Madam Ita-Giwa speaking the way she spoke today? I thought my TV was faulty when this lady started speaking. They need to take the mic off her. A woman, vice president of a nation, can be sexually harassed by the president. It is about power. That's what you wrote. Then another person also wrote. He said, I am at loss for words regarding the extent of the victim blaming exhibiting by this elderly woman. It's always like you to blame the victim. Even when you go to the police station and you go to report a rape case, they will ask the lady, or they will always say to the lady, it is your fault. Why did you bring yourself down there? You don't talk about the guy that performed the act of criminality against another person. All you have to say is to blame the victim. It's always about victim blaming anyway, on every matter, on every cases that are so sensitive. It is your fault. Why did you wear red pants? Why did you wear this? Why did you wear that? Why did you go to that place? Why did you answer the call? Why did you visit? Why did you enter the car? It is about that. I think it is high time we get educated and give right back to those people that their right have been stamped upon. It's high time for us to rise up and defend each other, be he male or female. Look at what Mrs. Ita-Giwa is saying right here. Please, you be the judge yourself. If you're of a good moral standing, I don't think you have to back up the Senate president, or whatever, it is that they are doing over there. I know it is their word. That is my opinion. But what is your own comment? What is your opinion? Put it in the comment section. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. This is Shokitable Media. See you next time, and bye-bye for now.
To speak to some of the reactions that have come forth, especially from fellow female senators like yourselves. Some have said that they haven't personally experienced sexual harassment in Senate, as well as other women in Senate. I'd like to get your experience. Is it something that's rampant in the Senate? Also, this issue around maligning or disregarding the voices of female senators, is it a thing in the National Assembly?
Well, you know, if you want to talk about gender in politics, talking to Ita-Giwa will be talking to the wrong person. Do you understand? Because just like I don't support affirmative action, you understand? Although in appointment, excuse me, yeah, I had to fly in for this interview.
Oh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think affirmative action is undemocratic. But I just, for time, you know, that we may not have, I believe that once a female is strong enough to contest election, because in all my 32 years of active politics, from House of Rep to Senate, and all 4 elections I won, I never presented myself as a woman. I never presented myself as a man because, God forbid, I don't want to be a man. There's anything like reincarnation, I want to come back a woman. I presented myself as a person. And that's the upbringing I had from my mother, who was a very active journalist. She was a good mother and wife.
And writer.
Yes, and active, in and out of jail.
Yeah.
So that's the upbringing I have. So once you go to that arena, you present yourself as a person. I watched that interview, and I felt very bad as a woman and as a female politician, which I am till today. I'm a great fan of Senator Akpoti. And again, I don't even know when this started, calling senators by first name.
Yeah.
That is totally out of order. It's like you're talking about one girl in somewhere.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You understand? No senator should be addressed by first name, Senator Akpoti. Now, when that lady...
It's not only
no, she should be
Senator
Uduaga then.
Yes,
or
you understand?
When it is not only rude, Senator, it is also bad English.
Yeah,
to call people Professor Anthony.
Yeah, no,
it is
it's
title
out of
and
order.
surname
Even
at
legal,
all times.
yes, according to it, it's even out of order in my opinion.
Yes.
Now, when that lady won election, I don't know her, but, you know, for her courage and, you know, the struggle she fought on until she won the election, I actually looked for her number and called her. And I said to her that I think I see another Ita-Giwa in you. You struggle, you won the election. Go there, be strong, and represent your people very well. I didn't know her, but she was happy that I called her. Now, when the nightclub thing happened, again, I was out of Lagos. I was even calling Ozzy. I said, please tell him or tell Mr. Batty, I'd like to come and talk about it, but unfortunately I couldn't make it because I also felt it was out of order for somebody who is presiding to have the word nightclub cross his mind. You understand, when you're handling the issues of a country as number 3 man. So if at all he said that, I felt it was totally out of order and needed to apologize to women and to that lady, which eventually Senate President did, you know. But, you know, on this matter, I am not with Akpoti. You understand? Number one, it is the worst sign of weakness on a woman's part. You understand? For you to come out and accuse a man or accuse a man of making passes at you at that level. There are 109 senators. It is not easy to win election to the Senate. Now, the Senate President is first amongst equals. We have arrived there as somebody. I had 7 local governments with me, so I went there with strength. And my God, you know, I won this election. So I saw everybody there as equals, and then we sit down and decide who is going to lead, because in every group there has to be a leader, which is what the Senate President is. But that, again, there's something that I'm hearing that each time I hear that, you know, my heart misses a beat, that a senator will get up and address Mr. Senate President as sir. Yeah. That's another undemocratic language, which should not be in the Senate chambers. It is Mr. Senate President. Even if you have to call that Mr. Senate President 10 times, you do that. You address Mr. Senate President. Because Mr. Senate President embodies the entire Senate chambers. That's number one. That's out of order. Now, in terms of presentation of bills or, presentation of any material, you understand? Mandatorily, there are leaders. Mandatorily, there's a chairman of Rules and Business Committee, who again is carefully chosen. You understand? It's somebody who is very, very knowledgeable. You understand? Very, very highly respected. Somebody that will not negotiate anything. Because everybody wants his or her matter to enter. And then mandatorily, beginning of every week, the Senate President must call a meeting of principal officers to look through the business of the day from the following day. Principal officers will now agree that this is presentation. So there's no way anything can be sneaked in. Okay. Now, for a senator, if you want a matter, but also when you go back to the Senate, and when the order is announced and the business of the day is announced, you have a right to bring up a matter of national urgent importance, which the Senate President is obliged to allow you. Okay. You understand whether he likes it or not. So if you want your matter put in the other paper, you go and lobby the principal officer. That if it is that urgent, or if in our own time you didn't have to order. I have to
come in here because we need to set a little context. I get what you're saying, as regards how the Senate runs, but the difference is the fact that she was standing on privileges with that order 10 because of what she wanted to say, and she has also made very strong allegations that is because of the sexual advances made, and she has not succumbed. That's why she's being treated that way in the Senate. So are you saying, you said something just now that I was taken aback, ma. You said it is, you feel disappointed that Natasha came out to air a point. So is it that when a woman is sexually harassed, as she claims, she should keep quiet? Misogyny should continue?
No, I don't...
That women should not speak up? Nobody should talk because she has won election, she's in the Senate now?
You have passed that, by the time you contest election and get to Senate, you understand? Yeah. You have passed that, you have passed that stage of your life of being sexually harassed.
Really?
So yes, by the time if you go there and start, you have passed that. If you go there, so you are all equal in that Senate.
So, really? So if somebody,
you are all equal, it's out of order. And again, it shows weakness. You don't allow it.
So is it a show of weakness for a woman to speak out?
It cannot happen in the Senate.
Really?
I'm not saying that the lady is lying. I'm not God. But again, my dear, when you get to Senate, you are there as a person. You are not there as a man or woman. You are there as a person. It doesn't matter what you are carrying between
but she's
whatever.
Complaining that there's no equality.
You are there. And then, mind
That's
you,
what she's complaining about.
I don't think at this stage of, I respect that girl. I like her. She's very intelligent, very, very well spoken. You understand? But I do not think that the person you call sir, because first of all, if you call somebody sir, then you are giving the person a cane to whip you.
Senator Ita-Giwa, let me ask you a question, a very direct question.
You understand? I'm not doubting what she's saying, but I'm saying that
it is very clear.
No. I'm not that, but I'm saying that it would not happen in the Senate.
In the Senate, it should.
You understand? And it should not happen in the Senate. And again, I'm not here to defend anybody.
Yes.
In politics, people joke and say things to each other.
Yes.
In politics, you touch a lot. You do things a lot. You understand? You understand? But I don't know. I think this thing, for me,
Senator Ita-Giwa, please,
my issue is that this lady, whatever it is, should be sorted out.
You think she has not handled it well? I think, do I interpret it well?
You understand?
I think that is your point.
So don't come here and
Senator
sit on television and then, you come here to say that you are not a college girl. You are not. You are.
But Senator, I don't want you.
By the time we get to Senate, you are qualified to be president of the country. By the time we get to Senate, you are qualified to be president of the country. And there are procedures that you must abide by the procedure. I'm a great fan of that lady, but I'm not a fan of any lady. Any lady. It's like you waking up tomorrow to say that Mr. Abasi is harassing you, so you cannot present.
I think she mentioned to me.
Yes.
So, ma'am, as a lady, as a woman, since you referred to me, there's no level at which we do not experience sexual harassment. You can choose to keep quiet about it, but I think
you're not keeping quiet, it's allowing it.
I know. I do think it's disrespectful to women who have the courage to come out to speak, to say that they were not sexually harassed because they reached a certain level.
Not at that
I'm just speaking from my perspective.
Not in the Senate, not in the Senate chamber.
Let me play something
not
for you and ask you a question. So that I don't misunderstand you, your position is that you're not saying Senator Akpoti is lying. What you say is the way she's handling it is what you don't agree with.
I don't have any comment on whether she's lying or not.
Exactly.
Number one, the Senate President has the prerogative to allocate seats.
Yes.
So for me, please listen to me. You understand? If I come there, you say you have changed my seat, I go and take my seat.
The new seat.
You understand? I go and take my new seat. I was given in Akpabio when I was there because I did not vote for a Senate President. You understand?
Yes.
My own was not such, I don't even allow it.
Anyway,
it's not allowed. You don't have the opportunity. You understand? I'm a civilized woman, so we know what to do by the time we get to that level. But when I was given that last house next to the bush, you understand, in Apo village, and I knew that happened because I did not vote
for that Senate President.
So I quickly went to Assult and rented a house. I moved out. Now another thing, when I wanted to come here during the last issue,
the nightclub,
my input was, what I was coming here to tell you was that if a senator, what we used to do in our time, if a senator raises his hand to speak, and you are not allowed to speak, what I used to do in our time was that I would simply walk out, take a bow, walk out of the Senate and go out and call a press conference. I called the media and tell them what I wanted.
And daring the question, that's the question I wanted to ask you.
You have that power. There's
how
so
will you
much
handle
power
it? That's
in
the
your
question.
hand. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do.
But Senator Ita-Giwa, don't you think it's denigrating on a lot of women that speak up when they are being harassed sexually, that you just brushed it aside today and say once you get to a Senate level, no man can sexually harass? Hope you know.
No, you cannot because it's not allowed.
Let me finish, ma.
I can advise the men how to avoid it.
Hope you know that there are women that are being raped in their marriages.
That's a different thing.
So if somebody, because she's a senator, is being sexually harassed,
in the Senate
like she
chambers,
claimed,
you are there as one of the men.
No,
you understand? You don't give room to
in this
that.
case, Senator, let me finish.
Hold on,
Please, let me finish. Please, I beg you. In this case, in this same Senate, we have seen how Ireti Kingibe has been treated. We have seen how other female senators have been denigrated.
Yes.
And Natasha Akpoti here, is saying that the reason why she's being treated that way because there was a prior case of sexual harassment. And what I read from what you are saying, Ma, is that once you get to a position of a senator in the country, you can't be sexually harassed. You are a man, you should stand up to them.
No, I'm not saying don't put words
that she's being harassed.
I did not say that you are a man.
Okay,
I'm saying that when you get to that chamber of 109 people, you are a person.
Yeah,
you understand? And you are one of the people. Because what favor are you asking for? You all want election to be there. You want to put your issue in the other paper, you put it and it will appear on the other paper.
Can I just ask
you don't
a
have
question?
to.
Can I ask
in
a question?
politics, my dear, when I go for meetings and they want to do fundraising,
yes, ma'am.
You see, because that's what women do, because you let them look at you as a weaker sex. So you say that if you want to do fundraising, say, okay, we are trying to raise 10 million. Ita-Giwa will raise your hand, so okay, out of that 10 million, I want to give 3 million.
Yes.
Because I will not give you opportunity, because we are together.
Yes,
there are ways that we are for such a pretty intelligent girl. Okay. You don't allow it. Okay. In my 32 years, I've never been made passat.
Okay, great. Okay, so ma'am,
in my 32
as
years,
you round off now,
because it's not allowed.
What you're saying is quite a
not
revelation.
Allow it, and people joke a lot in politics. There's a lot of people joke a lot.
Yes,
people hold each other's hand. People can say that. Okay,
so
do you have nicknames that we call each other?
Okay. All right, let's just ask you a question for the girls that are watching and the women that are watching. You said that there's a way...
Women should protect themselves.
So
you understand? Women should carry themselves and you don't allow it.
You said that there's a way...
You can send a message that don't come here.
Yes, I want you to talk to them. You said that there's a way, so we don't know the way because we are still sexually harassed.
Yes.
So since you know the way that it is, that so that you avoid it, can you share with the women who are watching with us, who are at that level, who are still being intimidated, by what to do?
I feel for the young girls in the universities and who are growing up. But what I'm saying today is that by the time you grow up and decide to be a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you must have built so much confidence in yourself.
Okay, so is that
you understand? Yes, you understand. You
understand?
You must have been. No. Why are you talking like that?
No, I mean, is it lack of confidence that makes her?
No, don't, I understand English like you do.
No,
you understand? I'm saying that as a woman,
I think this is really
you understand?
important point.
Can I make my point?
Yes, please.
You must have build so much confidence in yourself. Do you know what it is for you to win election to get to Senate? You struggle like a man. You were not given the mandate. That girl won election. That girl lost election. That girl went to court and fought and got to Senate. So by the time you get there, you have as much authority as the other men have.
And so
you don't look at
yourself. You don't sexual harassment.
For me, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but my personal opinion is that at that stage in the Senate, if you come and say that somebody is sexually harassing you, it's a weakness.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I think you made your point.
You make yourself unapproachable.
All right, but I think that's.
You understand? You don't let anybody take you around and show you another. You don't allow it. You make yourself unapproachable in the midst of men. I've been in the midst of men all my life.
All right.
You understand?
So confidence and being unapproachable.
Yes.
Is that a third thing?
Of course, you make yourself unapproachable.
Unapproachable.
Okay.
Because you all won election, you have a right. Your issue must be in the other paper.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not.
Please. I might sound stupid with this, but
yes.
Please, how does a good-looking woman like Natasha make herself unapproachable by men?
I don't think when I was in the Senate, I'm still not ugly, even as something.
How does a good-looking woman make herself unattractive?
I like that girl
men?
too much.
Yes.
You understand? And if all of you want to be honest, why would you go to the point of saying your husband went to beg for your other people to be in the DC? For goodness sake, do you know what it is to... The point I'm making, please, do you know what it is for a woman to win election to get to Senate?
No, I know, but I'm just asking you.
You go and exercise your rights.
So we have to
and then you don't allow it. You're unapproachable. You are here for business.
Okay, we're out of time.
If you touch my hand, hello, hi, how are you?
We're out of time.
Your hand.
Why do you allow? Ita-Giwa's hand.
Yes,
we're out of time. We're out of time now.
Important people touch. It doesn't mean
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. It's a very serious sexual harassment.
Is there with the person I have a foundation? I fight
yes.
it.
Okay, fantastic.
You understand? Thank
you so much, ma'am. It's a serious issue, and I think that there will be broader conversation.
When you get to Senate, you are all the same thing.
All right.
If the Senate President touches you and talks to you,
so much, ma'am.
You are greeting and talking.
Thank you. I'm sure some people would have something to say about that, especially women at that level who still consistently get harassed.
No, women should not at that level. We should fight for our children in school. Natasha and I should be fighting for the children in universities. You understand? Not in the Senate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.